Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. We are back with another NBA talk. This time we're going to be talking about the Memphis Grizzlies. A big shout out to the Grizzlies fans. I know you guys absolutely love your team. And we're just going to go ahead and hop right into the talk. I absolutely love that none of them got traded. The trade deadline, they had opportunities probably to get themselves a Bradley Beal. There's talks of trying to upgrade their center position, but I'm glad that they didn't do any trades whatsoever for the simple fact that this young roster, they need to grow together. It's going to take some time to get them adjusted together because there's been so many injuries. And by golly, John Morant is one of the candidates for MVP other than Nikola Jokic. Off the top of my head, Joel Embiid. Also, I mean, there's a handful of people, but he's probably top 10 of a candidate. By golly, he's not the MVP of the league because the roster as a whole is just significantly great together. Meanwhile, again, an example like Nikola Jokic, he is the MVP, one of the MVP candidates because he has carried that load to keep them at the sixth seed as to why he's the MVP. One of the MVPs to me, more so than John Morant. And Joel Embiid is having a monster year. He's averaging nearly 30 points a game. He's leading the league in scoring. It's just absolutely turned up. This is the example that what people have been wanting for such a long period of time. I'm actually moving my webcam or my OBS over here so that way I'm not sharing right in my face. It felt quite awkward. But yeah, the MVP is between those two, especially just some fact that Joel Embiid is actually staying healthy, and this is what we as fans have been wanting to see: is a full healthy season from Joel Embiid to see what kind of game that he was able to produce, to be this kind of a statistical guy that we wanted to see from an MVP standing point. That he does remind me of the older centers, but yet is able to step back and shoot mid-range, shoot three-pointers. He's an upgraded version of Shaq, but yet better than Shaq. Let's be honest, because he's able to shoot free throws. He can shoot the three-pointer. Is he as athletic? I would maybe, to an extent, say yes, but they're pretty much almost saying the same on that point. But their rebounding is about the same. Joel Embiid is, I want to say, probably averaging quite a bit of assists, but I'm getting way too ahead of talking about the MVP race. Back to the Memphis Grizzlies, and that again, the statistical thing for them, them as a whole are doing such an excellent job. John Morant is leading the team in points, 26 points a game, assists 6.8. Brandon Clark is shooting 65% from the field. Defensively, you got Steven Adams averaging nearly 10 rebounds a game at 9.7, Triple J 2.2, and DeAnthony Melton 2.2 blocks, and then DeAnthony Melton 1.6 steals. Very huge statistical things that, as a whole, if you were going to look up a Nikola Jokic or Joel Embiid, that they're going to lead a lot of those categories themselves because those two teams are so reliant on just Joel Embiid and Nikola Jokic. But I love the team as a whole for the Memphis Grizzlies. I looked back at the schedule for the Memphis Grizzlies. They did lose to the Trailblazers, and I noticed something that I don't know what's going. Where is it at? I'm certain I had it up right here. Evidently, I got rid of it. But I noticed something when it comes to a lot of these games that Triple J has been having a rough shooting year. 2 of 10 during the Portland game. Detroit game, let's go to the Pelicans game actually first. New Orleans. He was 8 of 20. The Hornets game, he was 5 of 17. The Pistons game, he was 2 of 9. The Clippers game, where is that at? He went 8 of 14. That was a lot better. 26 points, 11 rebounds. That was an excellent game by him. And we'll look at one more game and we'll look at the Magic game. 135 to 115. 8 of 19 shooting. And so that is really, that's rough to see that kind of statistical thing when it comes to shooting wise. That's by golly, they still win the games because you have such a great performance from Ja Morant. 14 of 21 for 33 points against Orlando. Against Detroit, he went 7 of 17, but Desmond Bane went 7 of 11 shooting during that game. 6 of 9 for Steven Adams. 5 of 12 for DeAnthony Melton. 14 points, 4 rebounds, 4 assists. Brandon Clark, 4 of 8. 6 of 10 on free throws. 14 points, 9 rebounds. Brandon Clark, again, 18 points. He's on a tear, it seems like. 9 of 12. He's actually starting to become the Brandon Clark that we saw at the end of the year last year. Triple J, again, during that Clippers game, 18 points, or 26 points, 8 of 14 shooting, 9 of 9 on free throws. Ja Morant, 12 of 19 and 5 of 9 on free throws for 30 points. He is helping carry the load, and he is one of the MVP candidates to me. I have a jersey. I've played my career, and I absolutely love Ja Morant to death. He went 21 of 25 against Portland for 44 points, 11 assists. Desmond Bane, 30 points. Brandon Clark, 12 points, 10 rebounds, 6 of 14 against Portland. But Portland, they just had a better statistical game. 32 points from Yusuf Nurkic, 12 of 17 shooting, 7 of 10 on free throws. That is unbelievable. 31 points from Anfernee Simons, who is having a hell of a year since ever since Damian Lillard has went out for his injury in the trade with CJ McCollum. Anfernee Simons is on a tear. Josh Hart, 22 points during that game. That I would like to see. CJ McCollum went 12 of 25 for 30 points. He shot so many shots. He went 0 for 5 on threes. LaMelo Ball, 25 points. Terry Rozier, 35 points, 10 rebounds, 9 assists, 11 of 27, 6 of 17 on threes. Oof. Yeah. When it comes to Charlotte, they couldn't shoot the three-pointer whatsoever. 5 of 12 is okay. 6 of 17, 0 for 2, 0 for 5 for Miles Bridges. He was 2 of 13 shooting. I'm guessing Triple J helped shut down Miles Bridges. And again, when it comes to the shooting, that's what's hurting him. But yeah, I'm guessing his rim protection and his defensive presence is playing a huge part, because he did have a steal and 2 blocks during that game. Steve Adams had 3 blocks. I'm surprised that he's actually starting to have some blocks in some of these games. But during this next half, now that it's the All-Star break, it is All-Star weekend for you guys. This will be, what time is it? It's only like 4 o'clock, 4:30 my time. Shortly after this is up, after I get done recording, I'm going to go ahead and just upload this. It is All-Star weekend. It's the Rising Star game tonight. That there's going to be about roughly 7 more days before the season kicks off once again, since it's more than the halfway point. That I would like to see Triple J adjust his shot selections and be more efficient for the team as a whole, and that if he can cut back down to 15 shots, maybe at most, anything from like 10 shots, 12 shots, just to have more efficiency, because they would be tearing up teams if we had more efficiency. And actually, we'll look at one more game, and that was against Joel Embiid and the 76ers. That it was a final overtime game. Seth Curry. This was before the trade for James Harden. Seth Curry had 9 points, went 4 of 15. This is without Joel Embiid, 8 of 11 for Andre Drummond, 16 points, 23 rebounds. Unbelievable. Tyrese Maxey, 33 points, 13 of 23 shooting. And then Triple J, 7 of 17. That's rough. 15 of 30 for John Morant. 12 of 21. That's not too bad. 3 of 10 for Zaire Williams. D'Anthony Melton, 2 of 6. But shoot efficient shots as my biggest concern for the Memphis Grizzlies. But I'm so glad that they did not trade away any of their players. Let the young kids grow up together, continue to have that team chemistry, and they're third in the West, right behind the Warriors, 42 and 17 for the Warriors. Grizzlies are 41 and 19, so they're only 2 games from probably being being the second seed, which is so much different than last year where they were in a playoffs or a play-in tournament team to now 41-19. They are technically a game and a half behind the Warriors. Suns are unbelievable at 48-10, but I am extremely excited and happy for the Memphis Grizzlies. They're on a 1-game losing streak. They were on, a 6-game win streak prior to that? Let's look at the schedule real quick. Let's look at this real quick. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6-game win streak. And then they lost to 76ers, and then they had a 3-game win streak prior to that. Grizzlies, they're a team to watch out for. I absolutely love the Memphis Grizzlies. They're 20-10 at home, 21-9, which is actually even better away. In their previous 10 games are 8-2. That's remarkable. Like, they're 5 games above the 4th seed Jazz. That looks like they're gonna probably clinch the 3rd seed, which that has them going against a possible MVP in Nikola Jokic. And then eventually I will, when it gets closer towards knowing the playoff seeds in the play-in tournament, I will then probably go and do predictions. But for now, we'll probably actually go right into talking about the Denver Nuggets or the 76ers. Nice little surprise for you guys. With all that being said, guys, actually, before I go, I do want to talk and say that, again, when it comes to after the All-Star break, tighten up on the shots that you're actually shooting is what my only critiquing that I would have for the team as a whole. But, I mean, if you're winning games, it doesn't matter if you shoot 5 of 20, as long as you play as a whole, as a team. It's such a young team that you play great defense and have the other team shoot less efficient than you. It doesn't really matter. But that's my only thing I would like to see them tighten up on is more or better efficient shots. With all that being said, guys, I'm in this video right here, and I'll talk to you guys later.